Eric, there's a video that came out about 12 years ago. It was called Gangnam Style by CSY, Psy. I don't know that the guy calls himself. It's a South Korean musical artist, and it has like billions of views on YouTube. So, and you and I looked at this video recently. So we're just going to talk about the different parts of it and so let's talk about the actual song itself. What were your impressions of the melody of the song? Open Gangnam
Well,
Style.
I have to admit, I kind of like the song. It's got a good beat, The kids can dance to it.
Mhm.
And I don't understand what the guy's saying really, but it is a pretty good song.
It's
I,
catchy.
I have to admit.
And they got that thing in the background that goes
Yeah.
don't get a copyright strike for that because I mean I'm just imitating the sound of a machine or something.
Yeah.
That's
You
pretty cool. Yeah.
you'll be all right, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
what are your impressions of the video? The video is really interesting. It has lots of strange imagery and things, and I'm just wondering if is there a deeper meaning to what's going on in that video?
yeah, I think there is, and there was some. I did some reading on this some time ago. It's not at the tip of my finger. It's not at my fingertips right now, but I remember some of the things that I read about the video, and they said that Psy was actually trying to mock a certain part of South Korean society that's very affluent, very wealthy,
Oh,
and
okay.
gets engaged in this type of ridiculousness, excessiveness with their dress, with their certain affectations and the way that they act and pose and
Oh,
yeah. So he's
I was not aware of this actually.
yeah, the whole thing was supposed to be a spoof of and I think
Oh,
you said Gangnam is like the upper crust or the higher level income people.
yeah, I think it's a rich,
Yeah.
it's a like a affluent
Mhm.
section in what city is that in? I don't
Soul.
remember. Seoul,
Soul.
yeah, it's an affluent section of Seoul is what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the idea behind
So
it.
now it already makes more sense now that I've heard that.
Mhm.
Honestly thought that this guy was doing like some kind of like American style. Look at me, I'm living the good life and all this kind of stuff that you hear like in rap music a lot of
Yeah.
times and stuff. But now it's kind of I have a little bit different perspective on it now, I
Yeah.
think.
It,
But
it, it-
it does have a lot of funny scenes in it.
yeah, it does. But he did he did kind of mean it as a parody but I mean it's kind of a ridiculous parody because even the most extravagant wealthy people in Seoul are not going to go this as far as he did with this type of ridiculousness. Well, I don't know. Maybe they will. So, but yeah, it was supposed to be hyperbole, very excessive kind of caricature of that. But it took off, and I don't think, as I think you were insinuating earlier, I don't think that the people who enjoyed the video necessarily got what he was aiming for, the point he was trying to get across there. But it didn't matter because, like you said, it's a catchy tune. And let's talk about the images in the video, right? So it starts off with Psy. He's sitting in his deck chair, right? And there's this airplane that goes overhead that has a banner behind it with his information in it, I guess about a cartoon image of him. And then he's looking at the sun, the bright sun in his face, and then he kind of looks at the camera and goes, "Whoopin' Gangnam Style." And then suddenly you see him in a horse stable, right? And he's doing the horsey dance. It's kind of like you go like this and it looks kind of ridiculous, but yeah,
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think those horses were all about? Is that just
just my yeah, just my best guess is that it has to do with the wealth of the rich upper
Yeah.
class people that they own horses. They own a horse stable. They can ride a horse when they want to, because I mean they're not
Yeah.
right. So yeah,
That might be. Well, here in America, is if you look at the something like the Kentucky Derby, a lot of the owners of these race horses are kind of the affluent kind of people. So maybe that's the same kind of thing he's referencing in that video.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think that's what it is. But he's making them. There could be a little bit of uh, what's the word for it? A little bit of malice in that representation, because
Mhm.
it's like he's saying, "Hey, look, I'm a rich guy in a stable. Look how I dance like a jerk." Nah, so it's almost like he could be trying to, finger in the eye of the rich people. This is you guys look ridiculous. You're ridiculous people. You're excessive. He's like he's kind of almost making fun of them or something. But
I
uh,
think so. Yeah.
yeah, but then he goes on. He's flashing his crotch on a deck chair with kids around, which is kind of vulgar, and there's some vulgar stuff in there. I guess they're trying to say that maybe I'm reading in too much into this, that these some of these rich people are kind of in your face with their vulgarity, or they're showing themselves off, like look at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his point there. And then there's a scene where they're dancing in a wind tunnel with paper trash, confetti, and foam while he's wearing a tux. And I didn't know what to make of that. I was just kind of thinking, uh, is anybody actually going to do that? I mean, maybe sometimes when you see like fashion models going down a runway and they might have a little fan blowing on them to kind of show their hair blowing.
Yeah. I
So
I didn't quite get that part. It was almost like snow coming down or something, but it was just uh, like confetti or little pieces of trash or something. I'm not quite sure what he was going for on that scene.
yeah, but my reaction to seeing it was like, what is he doing going into the wind with all this garbage blowing at him and then foam, and what's the point here? But anyway, so after while you're looking at that, you're trying to figure that out. They throw some more stuff at you. Then he has a weird scene where he's a bunch of men in a sauna, and they're kind of looking at each other. This guy's showing off his tattoos, and Sai is leaning against the guy, looking at him like, oh. And okay. And then they're doing a lot of dancing. And then there's an explosion behind him, and he comes up to you and he goes, Welcome, Gangnam Style. And he moves off to the side. And I guess it's like, okay. So I guess we needed an explosion so that he could say Welcome, Gangnam Style. I don't know. But you thought the explosion was just there for the break in the music, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, maybe so. Yeah,
and
there's a lot of dancing in this video.
so what do you think about this horsey dance? It looks, like when you're riding a horse and your hands are
Oh
going,
yeah.
it's like he's
Yeah,
trying.
maybe that's another reference to the it, it kind of makes me want to look into like if horse racing is like a popular thing in South Korea, because it
Yeah.
sounds like another reference to the horse thing earlier,
Mhm.
like maybe the elite in South Korea like really enjoy horse racing or something. So like maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's what that means.
Well, it's a symbol of wealth. It's a symbol of prestige and
Right, right.
rank in society. You have a horse, you have a stable, this kind of thing. And then he's at the beach, and he's like the girls are like bent over with different colored pastel outfits, and he's kind of checking out their butts, which is like okay, I guess a rich guy can go down the beach and look at girls' butts if he wants to. Uh,
Yeah, kind of
nobody,
self-explanatory
yeah, right. It's like
on
I can
that
do
part.
this. Yeah, I can do this. I'm a rich and powerful guy. I can check out the girls like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But then there's a scene there in a parking deck, and he's dancing with the girls, and he meets this yellow suit dude, this guy with the shiny yellow suit driving a red car, and and then they dance a little while. It's like they kind of shoo the girls away, and then Wopen Gangnam dude is dancing with the guy with the yellow suit and the red car, the two of them together, and then the guy gets in his red car, and as he's driving away, he just does this with his hand, like as he drives
Do,
away.
do
And
you
I was
remember
like,
what color suit the main guy is wearing in that scene?
he has different suits. He changes
Uh,
them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
He
I
got
was
his.
just thinking if he had a blue suit on in that scene, then you would have like the three primary colors. You
Uh,
like the guy in yellow in his red car, and then the other guy in the blue suit. So
ah,
that's your three primary colors like that. So
yeah. I need to check that out. I think maybe he was in a blue suit. Yeah, that's interesting. But it's yeah, there's no substance there. It's just the dude in the yellow suit, and it kind of comes and goes. And then but right after that happens, we have this very disturbing scene in the elevator with this green shirt guy with dyed red hair he's standing over Gangnam guy on the ground and doing all these pelvic thrusts. And I'm kind of like, when that comes in, you're kind of like, whoa, what's this? You know? I just like, how did we get here? What is this about? I just don't know, man.
not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
That's the not safe for work part of the video,
I guess,
or not safe for anything really.
yeah,
You definitely don't want to do that in the elevator with
yeah,
strange people that you don't know.
yeah, especially if he's got his hair dyed red and he's doing pelvic thrusts. I'm just kind of like, whoa, how did this happen? But anyway, so it goes on. They're back to the parking garage, and then there's a subway scene where he's got this Korean girl with strawberry blonde hair that looks like she's young enough to be his daughter, and he's moving closer to her, and she's moving closer to him, and they look like they're moving in for a kiss, but actually they just wanted to dance. They dropped the beat. Toom, toom, toom. They're all dancing together, so that's kind of cool. And then he's back in the sauna doing some deep dives, and then they're dancing again. And the next thing you know, he's on the toilet. There's a shot of him on the toilet, and he's dancing in a huge crowd in a large building, and you think it's over. But then he comes back with the yellow suit guy in the red car, and they dance one last time. And then at the end, you have his cartoon image, and so after it was done, I felt like, okay, this is an assault on my brain. This is an assault on my eyes. Music, not so much, but the visuals, man, were like, I felt like I was kind of going on a kind of like a visual roller coaster ride or something.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
guess that's why it was so popular back in the day.
Not just because
The,
of
the, the kids who were born when that video was released are now 12 years old. So
yeah.
it's been a while.
I think
I remember hearing about the video when it first came out, but I didn't understand
yeah.
what it was or what it meant or anything.
I think
But
the thing
now I'm starting to get a little bit of understanding.
Yeah, yeah. But I think the thing that makes it so interesting as a video is the way that it jumps around from different images. It doesn't seem to have a common, well, it kind of has a common thread going through it, but the way it kind of jumps around is very jarring and kind of shocking and like, oh my God, what is this? And I think that type of unexpectedness in the way that the images and the shots come in is what makes it really memorable. Because you're like, what are we doing? How did we get here? What is this? You know,
Yeah,
that part of it works really well. So yeah,
yeah.
yep. So you have any other comments about it?
Not really. I kind of wonder if the guy that recorded the song, I kind of wonder if he's done anything else, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think. Yeah.
Maybe if we look into that, maybe we'll do another video about it.
Or we'll put something down in the comments about it.
Yeah, right, right.
All right. All right. We'll talk to you later.